back to Kerney-cation. We're here today at Cedar Point for Media Day preview of, you guessed it, Top Thrill 2. This is their brand new coaster for 2024, and it's the first triple launch strata coaster. So it's gonna go up 74, back 101, and back 120 over the top. Let's take a look. Here we go. Here's your first launch. And if you see that little thing, it's a drone. They are doing off-ride footage too. Back at 101. Wow. That is fast. That's really high up. And then up and over. All right, so we're gonna be getting our own chance to ride Top Thrill 2 as part of the Media Day. They also have some Cedar Point reps and some reps from the manufacturer, Zamperla. So we're gonna try and get some interviews with some important people. So thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoy this real family vacation. It's like 40 degrees here in Sandusky. There it is. We're here for Top Thrill 2. We just parked, heading in the Magnum lot. Woo. All right, so we're gonna be staying there. That's the hotel on site, Hotel Breakers. We're gonna be there at opening weekend, but here is the Magnum lot. And look at that thing. Man, it looks so good with the paint. All right, so we're about to head into the Magnum gate here. And they do have a media check-in right here, so I love this sign. We'll head right on in. All right, so as soon as we got in, oh, they have all the people that are gonna be here, some ride stats, and here's the itinerary. So they did give us some cool lanyards for the media event. You wanna show me, honey? So yeah, there's yours. So you have the guest one because you're my guest. Mine is a little different. So yeah, here's mine. Very cool. And look at that thing, man. Holy moly. Oh, they got this cool new sign. All right, so they have some Top Thrill 2 signage as soon as you get close. And this is actually, looks like you're gonna have your ride photo. So after you ride, it's gonna be right here. And as soon as you enter, they do have like this checker down on the ground. So that is extremely cool. All right, welcome back to Kerney-cation. So here's the brand new portal entrance into Top Thrill 2. So I love the signage, like left driver, right driver, TT2. So this is where you're gonna enter. And the lockers are gonna be back there. And they do have the metal detector. We're gonna go over there and check it out here soon. So this has a strict policy for no loose articles. So nothing in your pockets, no phone, no wallet, no keys. You have to leave them with a non-rider or put them into a locker for rent. They do not have free lockers in the queue. Also, I'll put a link down in the description about the full policy so you can read it. But again, you have to also be wearing shoes. So wear tennis shoes. No flip-flops, nothing that doesn't have a back. But don't take my word for it. Check out the link below and actually read it. It's very important before you get here at Cedar Point this year. So we're gonna see if we can get on this riding. So let's go check it out. All right, let's walk under that portal and check out the lockers. Oh, there it goes. Wow. Check it out. Yes. Lockers are not free. Free today. Yeah, it says it right there for Media Day. And here is the test seat and the metal detectors. So they're gonna have safety guide. Gotta be 52 inch. It's definitely a 5. Gotta have glasses with the athletic strap. And here's the test seat. And then here's the warning about the dynamics of the ride. So no loose articles past this entrance. This includes waist bags, cell phones, wallets, keys, hats, anything. You gotta be empty. And you gotta have the shoes. But here's the test seat. You gonna try and sit in it?
Yeah.
Test this seat before riding.
Woo!
Deep seat?
Deep seat.
Is that the light? So the light went on. Agreed. All right, so here are the lockers. They're free today for Media Day, but it looks like they have some lockers. We're gonna put our stuff in there. All right, normally you cannot bring any loose articles into here, but since this is a Media Day, we are able to get some footage of what the queue looks like. So normally you cannot film in here, so no phones. But I did want to show everybody kind of what the queue looks like. They do have TVs. Fans back there too. Lots of shade covering, of course. Safety is priority 1. And it is really cool, like as you get close, the train is right there. I love that. So the anticipation really builds in the queue as you're waiting. And just take a quick peek. But that is the loading deck there. And of course, there's the policy again. So they are recording. And we'll be up there in a minute. All right. Here's the black train. Oh, it looks like who's in the, it's Tony and Kenny. Tony is literally kicking it with Kenny right now. I'm sure we'll see this on the news later, but here they go. Oh! 70 miles an hour. Thing is fast. It's hard to get it. Here we go. 120. Incredible. So we just got off Top Thrill 2. Unfortunately, they ran out of time and we couldn't get any on-ride footage. But I'll put somebody else's video in the link below. Check them out if you're looking for on-ride footage. But what did you think of the ride?
It was the scariest thing I've ever done.
Yeah,
Don't get me wrong,
intense.
it was amazing, but it was terrifying.
It was a great ride. Like the first launch was great. Like you go 74 miles an hour. People were saying it would be slow, but it's fast. Like you go. And then the backwards launch, I was like, man, you get up to the top of the spike, and I was like, holy moly, where am I?
That first one, I was like, I've changed my mind.
Yeah,
I
you
don't want to
literally
do it, and
said
you're
that.
Committed, but it was really. I do think when you get to the top of that backwards spike,
The reverse spike.
that was really cool because it's terrifying, but you have that moment where you get to like look at everything, and that was cool.
Yeah, very cool. So definitely get out here 2024, check it out, ride it. Let us know what you think in the comments below. But thanks for watching. So like when we entered on the other side, they do have some signage over here if you're coming from over here. And they do have your ride photo as soon as you get off too. I know we saw that hub. And here is the exit for the ride. A TT2 decal, looks great. All right, let's head back over. Kind of get a view of what it's like walking over from this way. Now here's that awesome signage. They do have the bleachers, so people sitting in the bleachers is part of the CP racing team. You're the pit crew, really. Still got the Coca-Cola Freestyle right under here, which is nice. So this is the interview hub. We're gonna see if Tony makes his way back over here. Welcome back to the channel. So we're here today with the one, the only Tony Clark from Cedar Point. How are you?
I am awesome today. How are you?
Awesome. Doing very good, very good. What time did you get up today?
I think I went to bed around midnight, and I got up at 3. It's okay.
It's okay.
It's once every so often.
Yeah.
And I prepare myself. I did not drink any Red Bulls, so I'm very proud of me for not doing
you.
that or overdoing the caffeine. But it's worth it. This is worth it. It's like
so
the
cool.
adrenaline keeps you going, so you don't like get tired.
Yeah. How many times have you ridden it so far?
Including today, 7 times probably total.
Wow.
And I say that because the first ride was done about a month ago now, I think. And it was just me and Mike.
Yeah, I saw that.
And we rode 3 times then to try the different sections of the train. And then we were done because they had to continue their testing. And then we finished the rest of our testing, and then our employees finally got a chance to ride yesterday.
Oh, nice.
And that was also part of our testing before we opened it to the public. But they rode it. They beat all of us because I saw one of our associates who was here. He was here from 10 a.m. when we started all the way till 4 and just kept going around and around. He had the day off, so he was just taking advantage of all that. But that's what I love to see. I don't even care about the ride count for me. I don't keep track of any of that. I couldn't even tell you how many coasters I've been on. But what's important to me is I spend so much time keeping things a secret and then working on them, though, at a time when people can't come to the park. Yeah. And so for us to finally see not real people, because you're real, like not fake people. Real people, our guests, enjoying it today for the first time is really special. That's what I look forward to every year. I look forward to all next week when people will ride it for the first time again. I look forward to opening day. And after the first few weeks, then people have been on it already maybe and are back. So like it kind of does a little bit of a dip of like, yeah, I've been on that. But the first reactions are always my favorite, and today's like that first day. So.
But another question for you. We've been around to some of the other Cedar Fair parks, and we've seen like the queue times. We saw there's one over by Magnum on our way in. Is Top Thrill 2 going to have the kiosks to scan in for Fastlane or the queue times?
You're looking at it over there to your right.
Oh, okay.
So this is new technology across several of our parks.
Okay.
You'll see the Fastlane scanners at the entrance, and they're again up at the platform.
Nice.
So that's a great way to validate Fastlane for those who have actually purchased it. And you'll see those popping up. So it'll have a regular wait time, and then it'll have the Fastlane wait time. And eventually you'll be able to make the decision, I should buy a one-time Fastlane for that ride. Because I don't want to wait the 60 minutes, I'd rather wait 10.
Exactly.
So again, up to the guests to make their own choices, but we feel like that's a really cool way to incorporate some technology, show wait times better.
Love it.
We keep track of wait times better now, so they're pretty accurate. But we're, every year we have some new technology that we're kind of throwing in the mix. We have a new mobile app. So tied into all that now too. It's just a lot going on. So not just the ride, but you'll see those little touches here and there that add to the experience.
Yeah, no, I really love that. And like the single-use Fastlane, you just get like the receipt, you just bring it in line, scan it. That's great. So we're Prestige Pass holders, so it's a big perk. Love it because we'll have the kids here and I'll just jump on a ride. So I have a non-rider to leave my stuff with.
You're doing it right. You're doing it right.
So she'll just hang out and wait. I'll jump on a ride, whether it's Top Thrill 2 this season or Maverick or one of the other awesome coasters. Last thing is, so with the new policy that was announced, the rider safety, the strict no phones, nothing in your pockets. You have to go through a metal detector. We did see the online post, but what is Cedar Point doing, for guests that maybe aren't on the website, or like how are you communicating that as guests arrive to the park?
So we're being proactive about getting that message out, and that was, it's something that kind of was finalized later in the process, which is kind of why it's set up the way it is.
Right.
Working with the manufacturer, we determine the dynamics of the ride and how that affects how a guest will participate in it, and that includes loose articles. So the shoes, they have to be have a back on them, that you can't wear flip-flops or sandals. And if you notice and you look at the trains, there's no edge to the.
That's
it's
exactly
a flat,
what I
it's
said.
It's a flat floor. It's
right,
one of
you're
the
not
reasons.
getting in a bucket.
Yeah,
like,
and the old one was.
Yeah.
And then Maverick is, for example, Steel Vengeance. All those rides, you're kind of in a foot bucket.
Yeah.
You know, you could put a bucket for your feet.
Yeah, things could catch in there.
This does not have that. It's a flat floor. It's open air experience.
It's like a Jeep.
Yeah,
like a Jeep, no doors.
So when you think about all of that combined with the things that people usually bring to the amusement park, they bring their cell phones, their car keys. Those are two most important ones.
Gotta get
a lot of chapsticks, vapes. Lipsticks is what I've been told. I don't know if that's true, but I was told that lipstick is one of the highest numbers of things we find that are lost in the park. So when all those things are in play and people are bringing them, it's just safety's number one. So to err on that side of safety, we both determined no loose articles whatsoever. Hence the lockers were already in process for the ride that were outside of the ride.
Yes.
So we hear the feedback, totally get it, heard you, we're good, heard it. We pass it along to those who also need to hear it. But for now, this is the policy that's in place, and the locker situation is what it is. So in order to ride, you have to either leave the stuff in a locker, or if you have a friend or somebody in the family that does not ride, sit on the bleachers, hang out and watch the ride, have them hold all your things. So there's options there for you. I don't think it's as bad as people are getting the impression that it is, because we also have a great locker program that allows you to go from different lockers all around the park for the whole day.
Yeah, you can just rent at one location
and you just bounce around. And I don't think a lot of people know that exists, so that's another great option too. So we get it, we get the feedback, we understand, we heard it, but yeah, this is how it's set up right now.
No, really excited to ride. Appreciate the time as always.
Sweet.
All right.
Well, enjoy it.
Thank you so
good
much.
Good to see you.
Yeah, good to see you too. Welcome back to Kerney-cation. We're here with Adam Sandy from Zamperla, the ride manufacturer for Top Thrill 2. So thanks for spending some time with me. How are you?
Doing good, doing good. It's a great morning. A little chilly, but we're having a great day.
Yeah, I was like really nervous. I saw the weather. I was like, ooh, it's gonna be cold. So we bought like all of our winter gear, hat, gloves, everything.
You need it today.
God, we totally do. But my first question for you, easy one. Did you ride it yet?
I have.
How many times?
I think 3 or 4 at this point, so.
Favorite spot on the train?
I gotta say back just for that floater hang time on the spike. That's just killer. I love it.
Nice. When we spoke last August, one of the most difficult items that you talked about when you were working on this project was it being in the middle of the midway. So you have Iron Dragon right there, Rougarou's right over there. Is that still hold true? Did you encounter anything new during the rest of the project that was difficult, or?
Yeah, I mean, obviously just the whole process was challenging, but just having it dead set in the middle of the park where we've got to work around the park's crowd flow and the other rides, and obviously the park tried to keep as many of the attractions around Top Thrill open as they could during construction. So it was a really big logistical challenge. The park actually managed that part of it. We worked with them, but especially when we're doing the spike tower, because the higher you get, the heavier the wind can get. So even if it's quiet down here, it can be super windy at 300-400 feet. So it was really challenging to bring those cranes in. And those cranes, actually, there are only a couple in the country that can do picks like that. So we also had to make sure the schedule fit when we could get them too. So it's not only a big kind of jigsaw puzzle to get the whole thing assembled, but the timing of all the equipment is really challenging too.
No, definitely. Yeah, I saw the pit stop video when they put the last piece on. I was like, man, that's really high up. That's gonna be really cool. And then like you said, back row, you get the highest on that spike with the back row, so that's awesome. The first launch, you go halfway up and you do the fan favorite rollback.
Yeah.
So in the event on the third launch, you don't make it over. I don't know if that's happened yet. How is the ride supposed to react? Do you do 3 launches again, or what?
So it's just going to be a simple reset. I mean, that's the beauty of using the LSMs, really simple technology. So it basically just recognizes that it didn't make it over, and in a lot of cases it'll go again. If there's some reason it won't. But generally speaking, we can get the ride up moving again. When we talked to Cedar Point, one of the big concerns was make sure we got to have that uptime. This is a fan favorite not only here but globally. So we got to get as many people through as possible. So we worked with them to create a system that not only had good uptime but really quick recovery time.
Yeah, I know, that's great. So it's going to be like you could ride it maybe twice if you don't go over.
You could get it, you get the 6.
Yeah, that's a 6, man. That'd be crazy. Oh, so I wanted to ask, Cedar Point recently released the rider safety. So safety is #1 important, right? And some of the strict policies was a result of some manufacturers' recommendations. Can you give us any other details on maybe like how the loose article the policy changed based on the manufacturer's recommendations?
I can't speak to the old policy at all. I mean, really, it's now just because we've got forward and backward launches, and so that's why we're really looking at empty pockets on the attraction.
Absolutely, no, that makes complete sense. So, thanks for your time today. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Looks like they got some merch. I like that. That's hard to see with the glare, but we'll get in there. There's the new sign. CP store. Baby, I'm ready to go again. I like that.
I don't know.
Got some hats. The shirts are $27.99. $28.99. Looks like if it's maybe a bigger size, $24.99. Various. Some merch over here. Long sleeves. Very cool. Cups. Poster. Sweaters. I love a sweater. That's the front, that's the back, all the rides. The hats. Oh, I'm a big fan of the 3930. Might be it. Got some pants. Kids' shirts. There's the song. Ready to go. I'm gonna get copyright strikes on this one. I got the seagull. I like this blue one. TT2 Cedar Point. I got blue, red. There's a lot of merch. You got the same designs from last year. Treats, gummy cars. Ah, the zipper pocket. Pajama pants. I like the zipper coat.
Oh, there's the hats.
$130. Wow.
They do have one.
Fanny packs, lanyards. What do you think?
I think I'm gonna buy some merch.
I'm gonna buy some merch. All right, well, Crystal goes to the cash register to get some merch. Thanks for watching, and I really hope you enjoyed this real family vacation. We'll see you next time.